What was all that crashing and banging about before?
Some out-of-towners picked a fight.
The finest.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be transported.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Yeah, have a taste.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint.
Will this suffice as a deposit?
By the sands. That's a black pearl.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be only too happy to part with, should you give me reason to do so.
All right. I'm sure that we can come to an agreement, but not here.
What are you doing, Uncle? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to where I might purchase crystals. I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystal I sought if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your proof?
I thought they'd asked for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for admittance to the underworld. But enough about my little act of subterfuge. What did you discover?
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals meant for elsewhere, and pocketing the profits.
I'll wager you're right.
We'll meet with them then, just as you arranged, and put an end to the trouble Lubor spoke of.
Ha! That preening popinjay thought this would be difficult. It just goes to show, one should never underestimate a Rosfield. We'll soon wipe that smirk off his face. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support, if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let me treat you. I need a drink.
Fucking men of the wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of this trough is blood.
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Light it, for Gilbert's sake.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will be punished with death.
This river runs all the way to the southern seas. They used to load the crystal onto barges and sail it to the villages downstream.
Why is the tavern shut?
All right.
To me, boy!
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming, my lord. You've brought your contribution?
All the silver and stones I could scrape together at such short notice?
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon, yes? If you've no objections, I'd like to see the crystal.
Of course. Right this way, my lord.
Not bad at all. You weren't lying about the clarity. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road, what guarantee have I that it wouldn't be seized as property of the Republic?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of the Republic. You're not buying from us. You're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been met.
Royalists, eh? What brings you here?
Why, to collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother Crystal's bounty. And being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion and share the benefits. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where they might happen to end up next.
Did you get all that? They're in cahoots!
So it would seem.
My lord, what is the meaning of this?
Double-crossing dogs. They're not here to do business. Kill them. Kill them both!
Not over yet, Uncle.
Good! I'm just getting warmed up.
Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think I did the role justice. Don't you?
Greybeard, you were magnificent. The battle scene was particularly thrilling. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience, but perhaps that's for the best.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your uncle's sordid transaction. I hardly expected one so venerable to degrade himself so thoroughly, buying one's way into the confidence of degenerates. Ingenious.
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring with the Royalists. Well, now it's over.
Indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone a foreign army. Until you two came along, that is. Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind waiting with them while I fetch a wagon. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
So, Sid the Second is a Clive. I suppose it could have been worse. Well, Clive, you held up your end of the bargain, so I must do the same. Passage through the South Gate, was it not? To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of their missing comrades. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow me to cover your costs. You still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust? I saw you pluck it from one of the bodies.
Oh, dear. Was I really so obvious?
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Byron Rosfield, thank you very much.
Nope. Thank you very much, Greybeard.
Of all the... Ugh!
Here, wear this. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend of yours.
Thank you, Lubor.
And please, feel free to send one of my Stoluses back to your people. Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia los delan. Tu isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive? So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all. It was my pleasure.
Come on, Uncle. Let's go.
even forged a butter knife before. Perhaps Forge Master Luber's having fun at my expense.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Neither would I.
Oh, wait. Are you Clive?
Sorry, my mind was elsewhere. I'm Sava, Master Luber's least accomplished apprentice. Soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this test. Maybe I'm just not the resourceful type. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them, and here I am, unable to make a decent bit of kitchenware. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit of Dalamil. I don't suppose...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind.
I could give you a hand if you like. I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been, and that Lubor needs all the capable hands he can find.
I'd be a fool to refuse.
So, where do we start?
Good question. If I'm honest, I've never made any kind of knife before. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind. The spirit of Dalamil. Nothing is ever simple with that man.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Lubor's puzzle. We need information. The more the better.
You're right. There's no point fumbling in the dark, I suppose. Now, who to speak? There's plenty of folk. There's the butcher. They're bound to have an... All right, I'll talk to...
All right, let's hope there's some...
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Plates and pots! Bowls and basins!
Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil. Every coin I've ever earned is tied up in this place.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. Leave me be. On second thought, perhaps you are just what I need. Might your services be for hire?
That depends on the job.
I'd have you save my business, the baths. The water's turned scalding hot and all the crystals in Dalamil wouldn't be enough to cool it. I've no doubt that my woes stem from the water's source. But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers thinking I've abandoned the place. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you. Go to Dusnoff Terraces. Tell me what you find there.
All right. I'll go and take a look.
Wonderful. Leave them up these baths.
Sweet inset!
Ha! They've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
We can make our way back to the Fang now, at least.
Fucking men of... Wrong. Anytime they pull their snouts out of Cook's trough is when they want a law to take for us.
I need a drink. You're going to drink my pockets dry, then just up and leave.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what...
You a blacksmith or something?
Something.
Fair enough. First, give me a blade.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
What is it?
Sorry.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Can't be dealing with a brittle blade, not while I'm on the hunt. If your knife snaps every time you use it, you'll be...
Thank you.
All business.
So, a carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
I've got a crystal. So long as we...
Silver platters.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
My carpets have pride of place in...
So, you look all too...
That can't be... No.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. Meaning someone...
Is there no one else?
The other apprentice... A merchant. I bet she'd know a thing or two.
The finest fabrics!
Yes, they're quite sort.
Weights and pods! Oh, just look at the hanging line. Turns, kick. From your door.
Finally, we'll be able to get what's owed us.
Ah, I'm not too late.
What is it, Lubor?
A question that I neglected to ask earlier. Where is it that you're bound?
To Drake's Fang. To finish Hugo Kupka.
Just as I thought. Then allow me to share a secret. Drake's Fang is currently riddled with royalists. Talmeki and Waloed are allies, and as you have seen, their soldiers work hand in glove. But no nation has ever before allowed a foreign army to make a barracks of its holiest of holies.
Not by choice, at least.
And there's more. A man on the inside of the Fang has failed to report for several days. I fear there may be more trouble lying in wait for you on the road ahead.
Isn't there always?
If you're determined to beard the lion's den, then promise me one thing. That you will enter via the mines, where the guard is lightest. I've lost one Cid already. If I lose another, people will start to think me careless.
I don't plan on dying. Not before Kupka does, anyway.
Well, so long as you have a plan.
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Any luck? Or will you be needing help with your bags?
What I asked,
If you're looking to budget featherlight adamant, but
and it's beyond my...
Are there any materials you need?
What are you getting at?
But he would have known that it would either be too heavy or too brittle for a carving knife. Perhaps his Dalamil remark wasn't a riddle.
if it's cheap metal you're using, then there's always limestone, I suppose. Folk first settled Dalamil to get hand.
Bloody hell! I don't suppose...
It's hardly my speciality, but I've been around enough.
Looks like I've got Clive.
Limestone? Fine. I can hardly abandon you. Besides,
You'll have no... Right you are. So, do you crush it up, or just throw it in the furnace?
This is no good. I was hoping to get out of the heat for a little while.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpets.
Take a sniff, good sir. Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Made from the stoutest stoneware.
Hanging lanterns!
We should get going soon.
Drake's Fang should be just beyond these springs. Shall we press on?
one rock looks a lot like another. But hopefully this is what's...
Well, this is no good. I was...
Is it true what I'm hearing?
I wasn't sure, but I hope...
You and that mutt now. That'll do, I reckon. A knife forged from the very rocks of Dalamil. Her spirit, if you will.
That sounds...
I'm sorry, Forge Master Lubor.
Let's take a look then, shall we? First things first, Sava, do you think this is a carving knife worthy of the
But what do you think?
What do I think? It looks the...
And I was so certain I had it all worked out.
I don't know who you found to teach you that little trick, but next question. How much do you think...
Well, if I...
And... the butcher? The hunter? The cooks over at the inn? Dalamil is home to humble traders, not wealthy lords and ladies. Rule number 1 in any business, Sava. Know your customers.
Yes, Forge Master.
This is just about passable. But only just. I'd say you're worth keeping around a little longer. Starting tomorrow, you'll have an anvil of your own.
I will. Thank you. I was wondering, what would you do if you were asked to forge a carving knife?
I'd do what I always do. Ask who it's for. If it was for the butcher, I'd make sure it holds an edge. For the hunter, I'd make it as tough as Titan. For the cook, light as a feather. And for the nobleman, I'd make it cost an absolute fortune.
There goes a master, all right.
It looks like congratulations are in order.
I couldn't have done it without you. So much for the Forge Master's riddle, though, eh? The spirit of Dalimil had nothing to do with limestone or anything much at all, meaning...
You've passed your test.
And when I did...
The finest fabric!
The most fragrant herbs and
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
plates and pots! Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
We should get going soon.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
What the hell are those things?
Something awful's taken up residence in the springs. We'll turn back if you know what's good for you.
By the flames. That explains the heat. Out of the frying pan. Nice try. Over here! This one. That's cooled things down a bit. Let's hope it's enough to keep the baths from boiling.
Well, this is no good. I was hoping...
Is it true what I'm hearing?
My carpet!
Take a sniff, good sir.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven. Here, have a taste.
Made from the stoutest
There he is. The man who saved my... I was hoping we'd be seeing you again. The baths grow more bearable by the moment. It won't be long now before we are back to business as usual.
I'm glad to hear it.
Now, tell me this. What did you find at the terraces? What threatened to make me a pauper?
Not what I expected, that's for certain.
You tell a fine story. That's not to say I don't believe you, though. Creatures, but... Right. Hanging lanterns, keep it up.
Well, we can make our way to the Fang now, at least.
We should get going soon. Do you have water?
I've got a crystal. No use calling Ambrosia now.
Come on, girl, the gate's open now, we can press on. Don't tell me you put down roots.
There it is. Drake's Fang.
Kupka will be hiding inside.
Along with goodness knows how many guards, all on highest alert. You'll need to keep your wits about you if you're to reach him. So be careful.
I will, Uncle.
Before you go, Clive, allow me to apologize. After what befell at Phoenix Gate and the crisis that followed in its wake, I fled. I retreated to my counting house and danced attendance upon the vicereine in the hope it would bring me favor. I betrayed my nation to save my skin, like the coward I am. And I'm sorry.
Uncle, please.
It's not too late, Clive. Rosaria is yours by right, and there are those that would help you to take it back. Had I the courage of my brother, I might already have done so. But that ship has sailed. You, however...
No. Forgive me, but I cannot. I fight to build a new world now. A better world. Where men can live and die on their own terms. I was raised in a nation that strove to improve the plight of bearers. Only later did I realize that spark of freedom did not arise by chance, but was kindled by my father. You would see me follow in his footsteps. And that is exactly what I mean to do. Not by ruling Rosaria, but by extending his ideals to the whole of the twins. Though every soul in the realm may judge my actions heresy, I am certain my cause is just.
You really are just like him, you know. Thank you, Clive, for coming back to me. I am proud to call you nephew. Well then, this is where we must part ways. Wish me luck in convincing my Canvarian friend to share his considerable talents. I mean to plunder his coffers and prove myself worthy of a place in your merry band. Till then, my boy.
Till then, go safely, Uncle.
And you, nephew. We have much to catch up on, you and I. I shall expect you to regale me with the tales of all your adventures when next we meet. You can regale me too, Torgal.
I'm coming for you, Kupka.
Maeve knows how to brew a bitter, all right.
What do you need? I always thought... Oh. Not Sangfordian, do you? And?
Sid's going to find Cooker and finish the job.
That's right.
Is it business or pleasure? Quite the... like fat.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Finished, are you?
rat done to me? Out of my sight, wench! I'll kill you, Rossfield! I'll rip out your heart! I'll tear you limb from limb!
Peace, Hugo. The table shan't hurt you any longer.
He sought to humiliate me. Me! If you hadn't interfered, he would be dead!
You truly believe you would have triumphed had the battle continued?
Titan would have ground him into dust!
And how would he have done that without his head?
Shut up!
You weren't strong enough, and you call yourself a dominant. Or rather, you did.
You mock me, Harbert.
Do you see, Hugo? You are weak.
Fuck!
But so long as that fire burns within you, there is still hope. There may yet be a way for you to take your revenge.
Tell me, what must I do? Please, I'll do anything. Just tell me.
The heart.
What of it?
A Mother Crystal's heart is the most concentrated source of ether in all creation. Perhaps you could take advantage of that. Of course, the crystal would not yield her blessing to any ordinary man. But then, you are no ordinary man, are you, Hugo? Clive Rossfield stole your power, but others have suffered a similar fate, and still managed to find the strength to conjure their icon. Like Benedicta Harmon. She too drank of the ether and gained a power beyond human understanding.
She did. Benedicta. Benedict. I'll do it. My love. I'll avenge you.
Run along now, Hugo. You need only follow the light. Muthos is here. Very well, it shall be so. You may leave everything to me, Your Majesty.
wireless bring them from Ash?